So it kind of like dawned on me when we were thinking about this event and planning things out. The realization kind of came that a lot of people don't really know how Shane and I really met and how our relationship came to be. So we owed it to you all to kind of explain that and give the story and a lot of the background of how we got where we are today. So without further ado, we have something planned. So with that, go ahead.
Without further ado.
All right, we're bringing Sykes back today, right? I didn't know that. Actually, I was. We were supposed to delete that. I don't know how that made the funny cut. I'll actually do it. Okay. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna lead things off and kind of explain the origination of this flourishing, beautiful relationship of Shannon and I. So we were both stationed in Missouri, right? It's the middle of nowhere, so if you look at the map that I've so adequately prepared for you, it's that blue star, like just south of Rolla, right? It's the middle of nowhere. That's Fort Leonard, Missouri. And that's where our love catalyzed and became something beautiful. So I was stationed there. I'd been there for about a year and a half-ish, and Shannon was there for some training, and our paths crossed. Our stars aligned, and through some mutual friends, we were able to kind of meet each other. But I'm going to hand it over to her to give more detail.
I was going to say that was, there's some details in there, because it's kind of crazy looking back. The first time I ever saw Tyler, I think was November of 2019. And I realized this last night that November of 2020, we got married. So it was a little crazy. I think the first one was Hopper's Pub. You were drinking with one of my classmates, and I went over to say hi and asked them to sit with us at the bar and hang out, and they said no. And I was like, okay, yeah. So yeah, I guess I never thought about it like that, but I think Tyler turned me down the first time that we ever met. But yeah, and then we both like to work out, so we saw each other at the gym a few times. I think I called him Justin once, thinking he was someone completely different.
My name isn't Justin.
Yeah. I was like, hey Justin, thanks for paying for Waffle House last night, and you were like, I don't know who you are, what you're talking about. So I think that was probably like January timeframe of 2020. What happened after that? I think the next time I saw you was at a garage party, where the tables kind of turned, because I guess later on I found out that you were like, you were kind of stalking me. He literally showed up, he saw a selfie of me in a Snapchat, and then showed up and made fun of me drinking military special vodka because all the liquor stores were closed because of COVID. So it was a weird time. I think a couple months later I downloaded Hinge, and Tyler was actually my first and only match. It was very strange. Yeah. So our first date I think was May 14th of 2020. And yeah, the rest is history. Now we're all here. So alright, here you go.
Alright, so that was like the origination of like how it all started, right? But there's obviously much more. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some breaks. So I want to ask a question, Shannon. What was your first impression of me? First time you saw me, what'd you think?
Yeah. I thought that, wow, there's no like cool way to say this. I thought you were painfully beautiful. And I was like, no, look at him. For real. Like, I was like, no, it wasn't a good thing. I was like, no. Like, I need to stay away from whoever this creature is because he was like flawless. I think that was my first impression. Right after that, our first date, kind of ironically, I really thought we were just gonna have a fun summer fling. I thought it was gonna be, because I was moving to Georgia in 3 months. So, I think throughout the entire journey that we've had, this man has surprised me and frustrated me because you have been nothing of what I thought you would be. I thought you would be a big old like German, you know, kind of like, well, yeah. But you're like the best human being that I know in the world, so yeah.
I'll take it.
I guess I'll take that. Good answer. All right, so at this point we have met each other, and the dating process kind of started happening. So we're in Missouri. Missouri's not the most, I guess, exciting place in the world, but we really had probably the best, easily I could say the best summer of my life. We went rock climbing together so many times, went to Lake the Ozarks, National Members, a lot of good memories there. And it was just an awesome summer, and I will look back on it so fondly. Do you have any like particular memories that you want to share from the summer?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I think one thing that really impressed me, so like me and my buddies would always go out and rock climbing. We were getting huge into rock climbing. Shannon was always like, hey, why do you boys always go out like climb, but you never invite me? Like, why can't I go? I was like, well, it's kind of like the guys thing, but you know what? All right, come on out. So she did, and she just absolutely crushed it. Like, and at that point, it's like, man, this girl's tough. And the fact that she could stand up and do that, was pretty cool.
Well, I have a different memory of that because those were actually my friends first. And we had a really serious problem where all of my friends in Missouri slowly started to gravitate to Tyler. And then you started hanging out with my friends without me. And I was like, I remember I had a party one night and I was like, where is everybody? And then all of a sudden I look up and there's a circle around you of all of my friends talking to you, and I was like, this guy. No, but yeah, I think that's it, but.
Yeah, so summer of dating was really awesome. We had so much fun. That summer deserves a blast. Okay, so I think Shannon wants to ask me a question.
Okay, Tyler. I actually don't know the answer to this. How did you know that I was the one?
Well, I've kind of deliberated on this one, a little bit back and forth, and for me, it was our second date. On our second date, it was pretty early, but we had this like awesome like Mexican dinner, like some great like margaritas, and it was a blast. But after dinner, Shannon just undid her pants. She's like, I gotta let it kind of hang out. We ate so much, and she just kind of let it all go, and I was like, this is fun. I found the match for me. And ever since then, like it just made itself so clear. So it manifests itself so beautifully in that moment. It was just amazing. Second date. Okay, so from there, our relationship kind of progressed. Shannon transitioned and started to move to Georgia, which was her next assignment, just outside of Augusta. But before she left, Shannon had two amazing dogs, Rudy and Molly. Molly's the white dog, Rudy's the dark Chesapeake retriever there. But before Shannon left for Augusta, she just so happened to pawn off one of her dogs on me, right? Because I was staying behind in Missouri. So I ended up with Rudy. She's like, hey, here's this dog. And I loved it because Rudy's a great dog, and I've never like had a dog, so it was really awesome. But then my friends were like, dude, you know what she's doing, right? It's like, no, what's going on? She's like, she just locked you down. You have her dog, it's over. Like you belong to her now. There's no going back at this point. And I was like, oh wow, you're right. But I was actually so okay with that, you know. It was perfect. It was in the back of my head, I was like, yeah, this is great. But yeah, so these are the two loving dogs, part of our fur family. And so at this point, Shannon had moved to Augusta. I was still in Missouri.
Tyler moved to North Carolina. No, I'm just kidding. So I think about a month before we got married, we went to North Carolina and did some house hunting for Tyler. so distracted. I can't believe you told the story about me unbuttoning my pants. That was not part of the plan. Anyway, yeah. So we found him an amazing home in North Carolina that we live in now. But he started the selection process for Special Forces, and yeah, I think that's it. Oh, and we did a lot of skiing out in North Carolina. Checked out all the places. So yeah, I think that was the bulk for that one. Okay, yeah. So so the next part was November. So we found you a house. I think it was right around that time. Sorry, I think it was right around that time that we started talking about assignments and trying to stay together and realizing, man, like we were crazy about each other and wanted to make it work no matter what, and said, let's just go get married. We'll keep it a secret. We won't tell anyone. We went to the courthouse. The printer jammed when they were trying to print out our marriage certificate. So it felt like it was a sign that we were going to be successful. So that was the start. It was it was great. And then we have a few clips for you guys of the ceremony at Reverend Love's Chapel. Betty Love. So I think we're going to show you guys those right now, and
All right, just checking in here. We got Tyler. We got Shannon, the lovely bride. She looks amazing, doesn't she? I know. I'm a lucky guy. But we're here. We are at the venue. We're at the chapel. And let's see what happens.
things to look at.
How do you feel? Good?
So cute.
Okay, now, this is the 11th, right?
Yes, ma'am. 11/11.
Okay. Oh, 11/11, wow.
Easy to remember.
I know, yeah.
You did that on purpose.
You did it
yeah.
for me. I'll probably be the one to forget it. Hopefully not.
What? Your memory is
Forgetful?
great.
What are you talking about?
Look at all the things. Okay. I think the next time we take a video, we'll be married. What do you think?
I think so, baby.
Okay.
Of the Son and the Holy Spirit, not by the state of Virginia, not by the state of Indiana, but by the state of Georgia. How about them dogs? Woof, 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 woof. I don't hear no woofing out there.
Oh, I'm sorry. Woof, woof.
Woof, woof.
Woof, woof. Oh,
Woof,
yeah.
woof. I now pronounce Mr. and Mrs. Tyler Glenn Sykes. You may now under the mistletoe.
So I can't even make this up. Reverend Betty Love was just an awesome officiant, obviously an excellent venue. It's just a really gorgeous place. Tyler, a Georgia Bulldogs fan that we Go Dogs, right? We had no idea about that, but it was really such an awesome and intimate ceremony that as eccentric and strange as it was, it's created a memory that will really last a lifetime for us. So yeah, it's great. Okay, let's see what's next. Okay, yeah, so this is really, really confusing for the beach folks. We had gone down to Florida to be with my family, and we had gone to do a sunrise, and I just remember being so confused the whole time. I was so confused. Because I remember we're looking at the sunset, it's beautiful, and I remember Tyler looking so angry. And I was like, what is going on? And you
What was it? Oh, it was the photographer was taking photos of us, but he hadn't proposed yet, and so I was yeah. It was a really amazing day.
So it was obviously it's a little bit strange because at this point everyone knows we're actually married, but I still wanted to create a special moment for Shannon, and for us to look back and remember. But we organized a photographer to come up and take pictures. But he was supposed to be like secret agent, man. Behind the scenes, capture the moment. So Shannon and I are sitting there on the beach, and this guy just walks up to us and says, like, hey, do you want me to start taking the proposal pictures? And I'm like, dude, are you serious? And we've been like trying, we've been doing a lot. The whole family has done so much to really keep this undercover. And I'm like, this guy just do it. But luckily, I don't think Shannon was paying attention, and she luckily didn't hear it. But yeah, it all worked out, and it was such a beautiful moment. But yeah, that photographer, yeah, that was a close call. I was mad, but he got some great pictures nonetheless.
So we've officially spent 6 months living together, and yeah, we're building a new house down the street, and it's almost done. We're gonna close on it on Wednesday. So that's the end product right there. And when it started, I think about 8 months ago. I think it's just a really awesome symbol of fresh start. There's just so much ahead that it's gonna be awesome.
So with that said, hopefully that gives you guys a better picture of who Shannon and I are, kind of how we came to be, and how this awesome relationship came to be in this current state. But it's really been fantastic, and we're really excited for the future. Odds are we're probably going to be staying around in North Carolina for a while because we're both active military, and that's kind of the current plan. But we'll see how it goes. But yeah, thanks for listening to our TED Talk.
Ooh, look at this spiffy man in his avocado socks.
I love it. You know what if I can do it? Oh, maybe. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Alright, strike pose. Ooh, work it. Molly's like, excuse me, you did not just walk by without petting me. Alright, you ready?
So big.
I can do it. I'll do anything.
Okay, I'm trying to think of a good question here. What's a good pre-elopement question that we should ask each other? We haven't already talked about. Ooh. I think for me, the idea of committing to something forever is very unfathomable, but if there's anybody that I'm willing to do that for and excited to do that for, it would be you.
Hey.
And Molly, you get my forever too. And Chester, Rudy.
That's why I think it's important that we just enjoy one day at a time. We look and there's nothing wrong with having plans for the future together, because I know that there is one. But every day together is a day that, is awesome.
Oh.
And we just take that day and appreciate it.
Oh.
And make it awesome together.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so, all right, let's assume that our future children are watching this someday.
Oh gosh.
And they're about
All
to
right,
go
Tyler
elope with
Jr..
some person who they've been dating for less than 6 months.
Okay. What do I tell them?
Yeah.
Well, speaking from experience here, I guess as tacky and cliche as it sounds, like when you know, you really do know. I don't know. I remember seeing you for the first time, and like I couldn't put my finger on it. Like I was just like, there's something different, and that was just like first impression. That was even before I'd even talked to you, and it was really confusing because I'm like what the heck? Like, you know, you see so many people on a day-to-day basis, and like come in and out of your life, and there's just something there, and I couldn't explain it. But I think deep down I kind of knew. I knew what it was. I had to buy my time, be a little bit patient, but there was never really a doubt. And then the more and more you get to know somebody, more and more it just kind of solidifies it. But
Did you know that I have a list?
Really?
I have a Gmail draft. Do you think that we'll even have Gmail when our kids are like old enough to like ask for this? For like,
maybe.
like I feel like, what will we have in 10 to 20 years?
Who knows?
Well, I saved all of my moments with you in a draft on Gmail where I like knew that I was falling in love with you. Yeah, maybe I'll read them to you later. I think the most recent though was when we were at the lake house and Molly, come! Molly! Little girl, excuse me. Excuse me, Molly Bob. Maybe if we abandon her, she'll just follow us. Yeah. That's what we're gonna do parenting, right? We'll just abandon them and then we'll just kind of follow.
One good whistle, she hears it. She knows.
There's probably goose poop over there that she's eating.
Ew.
I try to stop her, but I mean, there's so much goose poop and so little me.
So wait, lake house?
Molly, come!
She's coming.
Oh?
I'm dying.
You're dying?
Yep. We're so close.
Oh.
Air conditioning.
Future children. That is our home right there.
Mm-hmm.
My neighbors were think we're really weird. You can hear them. Yeah, just, you know, like, well, for one, your family's awesome.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Every family is awesome in their own ways. Well, not
That's
every
a good
family, but,
point.
like every family has their own like things, you know.
Hi guys. They're not adults who might think this is a strange outfit for what?
Want to talk on a Wednesday?
Molly, I know you did not go across the street. Hi. I know you did not do that. Molly, come here. This side. Come on. Naughty. Yeah, she's mine. Do you want her? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That's very true. She can run away very easily. Right, Molly? Go on. Go on. Skit scat. She's like, no, you have all my snacks. You're stinky. Oh. All right. I think that's.
How bad is the?
No, it's not bad at all.
It's terrible. Are you kidding me? I have to change shirts.
That's okay. Because we already did the photos.
I'm dying. I literally am the worst sweaters that I've done. It's so frustrating.
It's because you have a really good metabolism. All right, goodbye. Whoever my.
Something funny to look back on, I suppose.
That's so nice.
How about that?
I feel like we could share this with anyone in our family who we're not going to visit. But we're really excited to share it with you guys.
No.
This is a video. This is really just video.
Wait, how do I hide my bracelet?
Oh, Dad, I think your bracelet look nice.
She filled the cheesecake.
Ooh.
It's like the cake. It's the
This is our wedding cake, yeah. This is actually our wedding cake right now.
Oh my god.
It's pretty good. This is our actual wedding cake.
It's so
Wait,
good.
hold on. Wait, hold on. We have to do this.
Honestly, that's really good.
Right hand. Get the cheesecake. Cheesecake. Right hand. Put it in
Alright, Dad got it.
Hey, put it in your right hand.
Yeah.
Wait, did you get it?
That was a video.
We had to.
Yes. Wait, that was good though. That was good.
That was the only person who got my pun.
That's pretty good.
Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to play a few rounds of the New Little game, but I'm going to hand it off to our game show host tonight, Mr. Thomas Nash.
I think Kyle was nervous. What about Nick? Nervous too. My little brother is still sitting on my phone right now, and he's not walking here. I know. We're going to play a game show, and I don't really know much about it because Tyler really asked it to me 3 days ago. I'm going to do my best. If I don't do well with it, please let me know. And then I'll quick communication. I do have cards in my seat. So how's this thing go? Do I let ask a question to the guys? The girls can be honest. No, I think that don't the spouses have to read.
No, we write
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure the spouse has to read. I think the spouse have to read, don't they?
Dash, I just asked a question.
Okay. I'm joking around with you guys. I was just messing with you guys to see if you guys would give it. Okay. Never mind. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. What is your spouse's signature?
This is for the guys.
For the guys.
Question for the guys.
And you have to actually write down what What's your spouse's signature? She's got boys. Out of the boys, what's your spouse's secret dance move?
Secret dance move?
Yeah. Signature, secret, whatever. You guys know it. Please write it off there.
Hello, San Diego. San Diego. All right, I think we're good. We're ready.
Show me your answers.
Wait. Hey, do one at a time. Play your jams.
James Brown move. You know you're love when you know James Brown. Alright. Show me your answer, Tyler. Show me your answer. Wow!
Let's go!
Tyler and Shannon like to floss.
Alright, we get one
in
more.
case no one knew. Flossing. We got one more here. We got Jimmy and Bo. Let's show me your answers. boys in the same. Everyone won. Okay. I have another question. I do have another question. Dun dun dun. Aaron, did you want to wear them? Okay, Tyler, I wrote these. What is your spouse's favorite vacation?
Wait, is this a question for the girls?
Well, I mean, no, it's actually a question for everybody. Yeah, I probably did screw this up tonight. Okay, yeah, touche. Well, let me ask the question in a way that I can spread out. Okay. What? I can ask her. What does your spouse talk most about?
Is this a question for the girls or
Everybody! That's an everybody question. What's your spouse annoying about? What annoys?
Yeah, she wants to get fired.
Boys.
question for the boys? All right.
Oh.
What do we talk about?
What is the
Yep, Tori's the new game show
Tori's
host.
in charge.
Sorry, Nash.
Okay, boys.
Yeah.
What does your spouse talk most about?
For the boys, okay.
Yes. What do the girls talk most about?
Hey, I think the beach quarterback, yeah.
So what does your spouse talk most about? Yeah, but you can talk the most about.
15 seconds.
So wait, this is
I don't know, it's a terrible question.
15 seconds.
so this is for me.
We already got it. It's not a game. Yeah.
5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turn the music off, man.
I know.
What was the question again?
Yeah.
Okay, so all in favor of meeting the new host? Sorry, you're fired. Okay, so to reiterate the question, for the boys, what do your spouse, the girls, talk most about? So, who wants to go first?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Happiness, our kids. I think those are the same thing, right? Happiness and your kids. What do we all think? The same?
Sure, yeah, we'll count.
That wins. You guys get a point. All right, Tyler and Shannon, let's see. Work, tech stuff. Yes, both work.
What does that say? Okay, Jimmy and Poe.
Cooking food. Yeah,
Yeah.
we are 2 for 2. Amazing.
That's pretty good.
All right. All right. Question 3. Here we go.
All right,
How is
question
she
3.
so good?
Make it for the girls.
All right, for the girls, let's see. All right, girls. Who would your spouse say is the better catch? This should be an easy one.
Yeah, it should be really easy.
Tyler, I told you I had something back.
So,
This is a dangerous question.
yeah.
You're gonna tread. There's only one answer.
There's only one answer. Or you can sleep on the couch. Right? You can be happy.
That might be the line.
That is the best. I can
Alright, we're good.
Okay.
Alright, time's up. Dan, turn the music off. Thank you, Dan.
All right, so, girls, who would your spouse say is the better catch? Let's see. Go for it. Yes.
What's Tyler say?
Tyler and Shannon. Yes!
2 more,
All
right?
right, so just 2 more?
2 more, yeah.
All right, well, this one I really like. Girls, what's the most annoying thing about your spouse?
I do like that.
When he says, let's use the forks. Being right so much.
Alright, next one.
Yep, let's see it. The dishwasher. Dishes! You guys got it!
Oh my god, it's the dumbest.
Lot of dishes when you have like 7 houses. Okay. Alright. Poe and Jamie, let's see. Not picking up after himself. Messy. Yeah. Good one. Alright. You guys did good. Last one.
I think we're tied.
We do have one last question. Because you guys are all so good at getting questions right. So,
Yeah, I know.
I'm really surprised.
music comes on. Music comes on. It's a great time. Your spouse takes you out to the dance floor. What song is it that your spouse takes you to the dance floor?
For the guys or girls?
Wait,
For the girls.
and what song is it?
No, there's no, it's an actual question to see what song is it, Shannon.
What song?
They're like, the music comes on.
What song would Sykes take you out to the dance floor to? Yeah.
I think I want to be a game show host someday.
Maybe Sober Names Trivia.
Sober.
It's like 1 or 2 songs.
Okay, are we ready?
Actually, I don't feel comfortable with this.
You don't? Okay. Alright. Alright, we'll start over here with Claire. I have dreamed. I have dreamed! I got it. Alright, tough act to follow, you two. Lips of an angel, D-Waves. No! And there goes the perfect streak. Alright, Jimmy and Mel, let's see. Andy's song, they got it! And I think with that, it was a 3-way tie.
Yeah, 3-way tie.
I'm super impressed. Congratulations, good luck.
Hey, round of applause for the contestants. Round of applause.
It's Mr. Steal Your Girl. It's Mr. Steal Your Girl.
We're to keep out our tequila. Okay, let's get it. I'm not that He's such a lady. I got the whole verse. I got the whole verse unlocked. No shame about it either. That's impressive.
So it started out from the very beginning. This is Tyler, a little redheaded. I don't know how that happened, but he's redheaded. But the life assured do big things is because this child, and I am 5 foot 1 ounce, 100 pounds at most at the time, and he was 9 pound my ounce. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you so much for that. I'm serious. The obstetrician had this look on his face like, what just happened? And we got Indiana University students in the room too, which wasn't very pleasant to have all these med students in the room at the same time as her. But they all just stared at this child. This is like fully grown out of my room. Seriously, yeah.
Look at all that hair. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So Tyler, it's not surprising that Tyler picked serving our country because he always was, the kind of child that would really do things for others. And for those of you that are moms, you have probably those moments where it's such a distinct memory. And I don't know if you have this, but I have a few distinct memories I'm going to tell you about. So the first one is we were waiting for our house to get built. We were living in an apartment. For those of you that know about apartment living, there's unwanted visitors into your apartment. So on occasion, I would find these and he could hear me screaming. Well, one morning at 6 a.m., I turn on the light and he heard this scream and he come running out. He was only 3 years old and he grabbed his shoe from his bedroom. I'll get it for you, Mommy, I'll get it for you, Mommy. And you know what, Tyler, you've had my back ever since. So it was just one of those, it's such a distinct memory that I love it. Another is, Tyler, he was just this child who, I have story after story after story. So the first story is this. So he's 3 years old, we're at the mall, and I guess I didn't filter what I let him listen to on the radio, which now, in retrospect, for those moms that have little kids, listen to the Disney Channel, because this is what he sang at the top of his lungs in front of everybody. So get ready for it.
Oh no. I want this again.
So you can imagine this child running through the mall saying, I want you to dance naked. It was horrifying at its best. Horrifying. And I'm running trying to grab him and everybody's laughing. And it's just like a funny memory now, but at the time I was like, oh no, what have I done? So, yeah. So Tyler also, that life is short, do big things, and I'm so glad that he gets a chance to do these things, but every time I see a picture, he doesn't tell me where he's been because he knows I'm worried. And every time I see a picture of those, I'm like, oh no, be careful. Please don't do that, be careful. So, this is just the life of Tyler Sykes and his mom. Like, I'm always, oh no, be careful, and you're a grown man and you can do all these fun things, but you gotta know sometimes it scares me a little bit. So this is a fun story. Tyler was in ranger training with what's the first segment called, Tyler?
Oh, that's Darby phase.
Darby phase. So I went down by myself, and I was up every hour on the hour waiting to see if his number was where he was going to make it through. And he didn't know I was coming. And the number didn't go through, and so I went to where we were all the parking lot, all the families, and I still didn't know. So I saw these kids marching by, well, young men, and women, and they were going to have to do the Darby phase over again. And so I didn't know until you walk through that. They all look the same, by the way. They're all too thin because I have to eat, and they're all just really exhausted.
Oh, very bald.
Very bald, very thin, very
bald.
exhausted. So he walks in, and it's just one of those defining moments because he didn't know I was coming, and it was just so wonderful. And we went to 3 restaurants in a 6-hour period with 3 of his friends. So it's just like a really fun memory. But we're going to fast forward. August 2020, Tyler announced he's coming home during COVID, which I thought, well, okay, that's great, but he's bringing a girl. He never brings a girl. Never. No. We're like, I don't know in walks in Shannon, and she's beautiful, smart, welcoming, and just really wanted to get to know us. And before the end of the weekend, we all went boating, and we got Jimmy and Poe there, and my daughter, and we just had the best time. We're all, it was a fun weekend. Shannon, yeah. So, anyway, Shannon, you fit right in. And, Karen, where's Karen? There you are. So Karen, Shannon's mom we've talked about the fact that it's destiny, and so literally our home is 12-minute drive to where Karen's home is in Venice, Florida, and I'm best friends with Thor now, so it's definitely, thank you for bringing Thor and Karen and everybody else into my life, Shannon, obviously. So I'm going to stop here and just say, Tyler, do you remember me telling you, he had said to me that he didn't think he wanted to find a significant other. It was several years ago. And I said, well, I don't think that you're going to find anybody that understands your lifestyle unless they're in the Army. And your words to me were, I don't think I can find anybody pretty enough in the Army. So the moral of the story is, moms are always right. And yes, because obviously she's gorgeous, she's wonderful, and welcome to the family, Shannon, because we love you so much. Woo-hoo. Karen, come up here. You want to say anything?
Yeah, in her defense, I think I told her about 5 hours ago that she needed to web something up, so we're good.
No, but I literally was standing over there and I said to one of Tyler's friends, I said, I wouldn't want to go after that. And then they said, Karen, you're next. I said, oh. Wait, so, I made some notes on a Christmas card I just got today, and then on the back of the cheers napkin. But it isn't that I don't think about this every day, I am so incredibly grateful for everything that's happened. And as a preamble, I think the photos are amazing. And when they say opposites attract and people are perfect together, well, when I say that, I'm talking about myself and Julie, because she actually has her act together, has pictures of her kids when they were babies, and remembers things that they did. I, on the other hand, Shannon came home from school one day, she goes, Mom, I think I need a baby picture, and I gave her one, and years later she said, well, can I have the picture again? I said, I just cut that out of the newspaper. I didn't do that. And I'm not kidding you. And all my kids are like, I don't know baby pictures. I said, literally, we were in the military. We were always deployed. These kids moved 11 times in 20 years, different states. They wasn't just down the street, and so they always had to figure it out together as a group. And most of the time I was gone, so they really they were kind of truly latchkey kids. But thank God for Catholic elementary school, because the nuns took care of that stuff for us, and that was good. And we always were able to get home to Ireland every summer, and that really grounded us, I think, as a family. That was one sort of that touchstone that we had every year, and so that was really meaningful to me. And I look back on it now, and I realize that for our family, that's a big part of who we are as a family, going home every year. You are very fortunate to have home and people here. So we just want to let you know that we're planning on adopting you all. And so if COVID won't let us out of the country, we'll be by this summer at some point. But no, I'm so lucky. When Julie reached out to me and, oh my gosh, are they ready to come in? No? It's like church, like they have to wait until the homily's over. No, but when Julie reached out to me at first, and Tony reached out to me, and just said, I think we're related now, and I was like, I couldn't be happier. I feel sometimes that, the universe is telling you something, and just, act on it and do it. So there was a couple things I wanted to say, because, it was funny. You were saying something about your, having a boy and all the stuff you did with roaches and everything. And Shannon's late dad always used to be asked, he had 3 daughters, and he always said, well, don't you want a son? He said, I already have 3. And it was because these 3 girls have never seen a girl tour or a boy tour or a girl thing or a boy thing. You know, when someone said, let's go to the driving range, they just assumed they were invited. They never even asked, except for when their grandfather was like, no, I didn't, no. And they're like, we're going. But, so I mean, they really are kind of universal creatures. And this is such an amazing thing for us to join your family, and I thank you for that. So I did make a couple notes out in the parking lot with the man, the homeless man feeding birds, and he gave me his philosophy. I'm not kidding you. It was really solid. If you want to end up as a homeless person feeding birds. But I think today is an opportunity for us to sort of get together and start, begin anew, both for new friends and old friends, and that we really need an opportunity for all of us to give each other some grace and just whatever happened. What's going to happen will be right, and so and I would just ask that for 1 second we think about those that we've lost and we love and they can't be here today. And I know that they're in our thoughts and prayers, and so I know that everybody has their own, right? And so anybody that can't be here isn't in our thoughts and prayers. So, and everybody has a backpack full of stuff that we bring to everything we go to, right? And nobody knows. So I'm just going to say that for the rest of the day, let's just take the backpack off and enjoy Shannon and Tyler, because they deserve 100% of all the good that we have to give. So. I think for me, celebrating this is not just meeting all of you, but it's also celebrating with my sisters who came from all over the country. Julie, California, Zach, California, Fiona, Dan, Dallas, the kids from Dallas, and then Claire and Jim from Virginia, and Grace from Ryan, and then my niece and nephew from the People's side. Where's Grace? Where's Elaine's? Ellie? Oh, there she is. Nicely done, sweetie. You rallied like a true Virginian. Yes, you did. Yeah. Especially, and they had to come through LaGuardia too, by the way. So, top that. And then I just wanted to say for Tyler and Brianna and Tony and Autumn and Julianne and Dan and Tony and Kim, from our family, we're so happy to be joining with your family. My hope is that we continue this for a long time to come, and this is the start. There was this old adage that in this family, and I have always tried to live by it, and I'm not very good at it, that, we do second chances. In this family, we do grace. We do mistakes. We do I'm sorry. We do loud things, we do soft things, we do hugs, we do smiles, we do acceptance, and we do kindness. And we may not have it all together, but together we have it all. And I just know that for me it means so much. So in closing, I just want you to know that last night I gave a little ditty, an Irish ditty, and it's the only one that I really know well, so I can't repeat it because everyone's already asleep. So I just wanted to give you another one of the Irish blessings from that I grew up listening to. So may you live a long life, full of gladness and health, with a pocket full of gold, that's the least of your wealth. May the dreams you hold dearest be those that come true. The kindness you spread keep returning to you. God bless.
I think there's a certain Anthony Glenn Sykes that has something to say. Allegedly.
Pulled out the full name on it. Who's that?
Hey, I know you guys have been listening so long, so I'll try to make mine very, very brief. First, I want to thank, our family wants to thank Julie and Dan for putting on a tremendous event today. So everybody give them a hand. I want to thank Karen, get to meet you, and we are so looking forward to getting to know you because you're stuck with us.
Yeah.
We're family. So thank you all. Karen, thank you for last time. What a wonderful evening. Shannon, you are amazing. What a blessing you are to our family. The first time we met you, I remember Tyler was being Tyler and being witty, and Shannon was able to put him in his place a couple of times. And I told him, I really like this girl. I really like this girl. So we know without a doubt God has absolutely blessed us with you. And I mean this when I say we got another girl in our family. We got another daughter. Tyler, it has been a blessing to be a part of your amazing journey. Now, Julie, everything she told was 100% on. He's a big boy. And I remember Dr. Joel Rosa in there said, get up here, you're going to help deliver this kid. He goes, get up here. And so he actually put me up there, and he put his hands underneath mine. And this young man came into my hands. And like all the kids, you're hooked. And parents, you know that. When they come into the world, you are hooked. And you're brought on. And then being a part of his journey, his whole life, and all the academic, all the athletic events, all that, just a joy. And then to watch him go through college and make the choice that he did to serve others. And that's always been a part of him. He's always wanted to be a part of a team where the team was more important than himself. And that's just always been him. And he goes on this journey, and he ends up on that journey, he ends up in Missouri. And I don't think he was a huge fan of Missouri. And he and I did some hunting in Missouri a couple times together. We got a chance to talk a lot. And but in Missouri, he meets his angel. And so I'm sure he will always look at Missouri so much differently than he did going in. So we are so proud of the man that you've become and the man that you will be. And I will promise you this, no father has ever had a better son. I want to thank everyone here for celebrating Tyler and Shannon's their life. They started a year ago, but just being here part of this life event. Thank you everyone for being here. And I learned from Karen, and we didn't plan this, learning about Shannon's heritage, being Irish. And I know that's a rich heritage, so I too have a little bit of a blessing. I want to read to them. So in good times and bad times, in sickness and health, may they know the riches aren't needed for wealth. Help them face problems, they'll meet on their way. God bless this couple we celebrate today. May they find peace of mind, comes to all who are kind. May the rough times ahead become triumphs in time. May their children be happy each day. God bless this family who started today. As they go, may they know every love that was shown. As life gets shorter, wherever their feelings grow. And wherever they travel, wherever they stay, God bless this couple we celebrate today.
So we're gonna change the pace a little bit. That was absolutely awesome. Thank you all three for that. That was incredible. But slight change of pace. I'm gonna call Mr. Thomas Nash Johnson to the front center. I think there's a few things that this young man wants to say to all of us today. Godspeed.
Wow. First thing I'm going to say. You always imagine when you wake up one day and you have a best friend and you think about, I can't wait to speak to that guy's wedding. You know, and then it finally hits you. You're like, oh my gosh, I can actually speak. And, my best friend's ceremony. Sorry now. The crazy thing ever is Tyler and me go back a long way. But then Tyler and Shannon met about, what was it, year and a half ago. And then we met at Lake of the Ozarks. It was awesome. And I was like, okay, I don't know if she's gonna handle this, Tyler. She does. Well, she came, and not only did she handle the hanging out, she was hanging out with us the whole time. I go, okay, Tyler, that's the one. She's it, yeah. No, Shannon, I do as you know, truly for me, like I literally, not only like is our like relationship grown from me to you, like I literally love everything about you. I think you're an amazing human being. I think you're a special person. I've never seen Tyler happier in my entire life. And that makes me very, very happy to see human being. So I'm sure you guys, as you can imagine, me and Tyler have had a few stories, growing up in life. Going back to college. So the first time me and Tyler met, we had to go to this pledge party thing. I can't remember what the hell it was called. Or sheet language. It was some kind of thing where they trapped us in a room and we drank together. You guys ever heard of those?
No.
Me neither.
Some people are hazing.
Next thing I know, I'm sleeping next to Tyler Sykes in the bedroom, in a dorm, yeah, whatever. But it was a great time, I swear. Yeah, but no, anyway, so the girl I was dating at the time, we're at this pledge party having a great time, drinking a couple of alcohol beverages. Me and Tyler playing beer pong. And I kick his ass in beer pong. And he's always like, dude, you're so cool, Nash. I'm like, oh shit, I'm cool.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that.
I'm the coolest guy I ever met. Yeah. No.
I don't remember that at all.
So my girlfriend at the time picks me up from the pledge party at Beta Chi and takes me back home. And she, on the whole way home, I'm sitting there like, dude, Allison, I met the coolest guy of all time. He's my best friend. He's like the most special guy of all time. So we went back to our dorm room, and we look up all the senior photos. If you have not seen Tyler Sykes' high school senior photos, get on Facebook right now. Look those things up, because they are fucking good. She goes, wow, he's such a sweet, nice boy. Well, I'm single right now, so whatever the hell happened, he's not such a sweet, nice boy, I'll bet. But no, we honestly, in all things about Ty that I love the most, we've stayed very, very close. Like, close as it can get. I live in Minneapolis, Minnesota, which I thought was the worst city of all time. He visited me like probably 12 times. I didn't know. How many times was it, Tyler?
It was just shy of 12. I think it was 11.
Probably 11.
Right around there, yeah. That's a lot.
Trust me, half the time I was like, don't come.
You never wanted me.
I didn't want him. Yeah. So, every time, I really appreciate it. That's how close our friendship was. And he always lived across the map. He was in New York, Missouri. It's really too bad, Missouri. But then, it was the same thing every time, though. But I don't know if you all knew about this about Tyler. He's kind of a bit of a wonder when he drinks a little bit. So, when he comes to Minneapolis, we're up there, everything's cool. We're drinking beers, at dinner, having a couple of drinks, and a few Blaze bombs later, I'm sitting there getting text bombs on my phone. A guy asked me, I think I have Tyler. Also, I find him sleeping in the rocks outside my apartment. And I also find him being a skirmish outside my buddy's apartment. Okay, the last one was probably my fault. You remember that one, don't you? Or I hit that dude.
I'm trying to forget.
Or I hit that dude and knocked him downstairs, yeah. Oh yeah, that was dumb. But no, at the end when I realized that me and Sykes were best friends, is he came up right after I graduated from college. And we went to this music festival called B-Fest and got lost, literally lost. And we went to go find our buddy's car. And by the time we got to the car, it was locked. And we're like, oh my gosh, dude, what do we do? And it started raining on us. So, as two smart, young, nice, strapping young males would do, we decided to cuddle in the grass and sleep together.
Under the car.
Cuddle in.
Under the car.
I knew you were going to read this. I'm gonna read the rest. I'm gonna read this next part, man. I actually wrote this down. I do actually have to read this. In all seriousness, man, you're the best friend, a brother that best brother I've ever had. You are a role model, my brother, and you've always been the person I truly, honestly look up to when everything's going, you know, haywire. I truly look up to you every day. You don't understand what you bring to this earth. I don't have to even read off anymore. You don't understand what you bring to this earth. You have literally the most amazing human being of all time. I don't think I could literally live on this life. You have brought me, my little brother, just in the entire world, joy, happiness, stability, and I've got to give you credit. Look at your military success. But you're still the most compassionate, caring human being I've ever met. You're the most kind, caring person. That's what you are. And that's what you are. You're Tyler Sykes. So I love you. And to that, I give it up to Tyler and Shannon.
So that was awesome. Wow, really great anecdotes from four amazing people. Really, really special people in all of our lives. So thank you for bearing with us and listening to all that. That was really spectacular. But I want to transition to something a little bit different. Because while we're celebrating, Jane and I are celebrating something kind of special today, there's a different kind of celebration that I want to announce, and it's something really incredible. My grandfather, Delmar Evans, just so happened to turn 89. And so we all want to wish him a very happy birthday. And growing up, I remember my grandpa just being one of the most influential people in my life, my young upbringing. I have so many great memories, Grandpa, of us. I mean, you're the one that taught me how to fish. I remember, like, I was young, I couldn't even, like, bait my own line, and you're the one, like, right there to teach me how. And all the times that we spent out hiking, anything I know about mushroom hunting is surely because of you. All the walks through Brown County, and it's so many great memories. And I was talking to Tiffany about this earlier, but I saw some really awesome pictures from that Grandma gave us from when I graduated. It was about 10 years ago. Stumbling across it, and just like looking through, remembering all the amazing times. So it's truly special, and I'm really happy that you're here and can share this moment with us. And here's such an amazing day, and I'm glad that 89, and let's hope for a lot more. And thank you so much for being a part of our lives. Wait, but real quick, my grandpa I think wants to say something, but I think we all want to. We're gonna watch a video. Grandpa, I think there might be something that you want to say.
Oh, thank you so much. That was just absolutely awesome. Kind of got to me a little bit too. But anyway, we went down to Nashville on a little vacation, Brianna and your my wife and I. And Tyler, he was about 10 years old, and he looked at my hand. He says, "Grandpa, your hand looks old." He was about 10 years old. What's it look like now?
It still looks old.
But we've had a good run, and I'm so glad that you're going to have a happy life ahead of you. I can see that right now. Thank you.
Awesome stuff. So I really just want to thank everybody for being here and being a part of this day. Before I wrap things up and conclude it all, there is a certain somebody that really deserves all of our thanks and gratitude. So I need Julie Johnson, front and center. Please. So I have to say, I think this woman is just truly incredible, and just what she has done for Shannon and I to make today happen is just insane. Like just look around and look at this place, and she, like, as much as like we tried and wanted to help, she just always brushed me off. She's like, "No, we got it. Don't worry about it. We got it. It's all taken care of." Okay. So she truly made this event so stress-free for Shannon and I. Like, all we had to do was just show up and like look halfway decent, which is, I mean, that's easy enough, right? So I'm just so thankful. So for that, I have something that I wanted to give to her, just to show from Shannon and I, just to show our gratitude for everything that you did for us. Thank you so much. But this, I guess, more or less concludes the formal portion of today's events. Thank you guys so much for coming. I mean, it was such an awesome day, and we're glad to share it with all of you. So please, stay as long as you want, hang out, have another drink, keep eating food, but if you guys ever want to head out and hit the road, by all means. Just come say bye. You know, we're just so happy that you guys are here, and I'm going to share this day with you guys. So thanks again for being a part of our day, and it's been truly awesome.
Oh, and if you haven't done a video interview, go ahead and go see Nora. She's in the red shirt over there. So we can just get a little bit of a moment with everybody if we can. So thank you guys.